sake of those that are joining us for the first time, before we kickstart into the main section, I will just give them a brief introduction about NAIJA-JUG. Can anyone hear me?
Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you very much. So welcome to another impactful section. Apologies for not turning on my camera. Yeah. So this section is hosted by NAIJA-JUG, also known as the NAIJA-Java User Group. So we are excited to have you with us tonight. Yeah. In our community, we have students, we have professionals, we also have senior developers of Java, yeah, in our Java community. And few of them, like you and I, are joining the section tonight across Nigeria and beyond. So for this special, this special edition of our Lightning Talk series. So for those joining us for the first time, NAIJA-Java User Group is a community platform focused on bringing together Java developers within Nigeria and beyond to learn, to collaborate, share ideas, and grow together. So through lightning sections like this and monthly sections, technical discussions, and bootcamp, yeah, we continue to strengthen the Java ecosystem while creating opportunities for mentorship, innovation, and professional development. So tonight's section is centered on a very important and practical topic: maximizing developers' productivity through Agentic Tool Chaining. And this promised to be a highly insightful section, especially for developers looking to deepen their understanding in this aspect. So beyond the scene, we are pleased to have you with us tonight. So we are pleased to have our speaker here tonight, the person of Oludayo. Apologies if I can't pronounce your surname, Dayo. And he's a software engineer who will be guiding us through the section and sharing valuable insights and practical knowledge within the community. So as we proceed, we encourage everyone to stay engaged throughout the section, ask questions during question and answering section. You can share your thoughts as well, and then you network with your fellow developers. In course of the section, I'll be dropping our different handles in the chat box, so you can take out your time to go through them and follow us. I want to say a very big thank you to everyone joining us tonight. I also want to recognize the organizers. I think one of them is here, in the person of Rosemary. Rosemary Moshood, Bright, yeah. Okay, John is also here, yeah. And also myself, Gloria. I want to say a very big thank you to Jem. And also for the community members that are here too, I want to say a very big thank you to them. Our supporters, JetBrains, for always supporting us. I want to say a very big thank you to them. Please, like I mentioned earlier, I'll be dropping our social handles that we can follow: LinkedIn, WhatsApp, X, and YouTube for future videos or future sections or recording, the past recordings that we have. So once again, welcome to NAIJA-Java User Group Lightning Talks tonight. We are glad to have you here tonight, and we hope you leave this section with new insights, new connections, and renewed inspiration. Thank you, everyone. Do we have Dayo here? Oh, thank you, Toshikun. Okay, apologies, guy. I had some network break. Yeah, I think Dayo is yet to join the sections. I think he's still having issues joining. So while we are waiting for him, I'll be dropping our social media handles. And if you have any question, yeah, you can just unmute and ask why we are waiting for Dayo. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, you can.
Okay. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Once again, I trust we all had like a great day. So while we wait for the for the speaker to to come in, that is in the person of Mr. Dayo, who will be taking us through the agentic workflow and yeah. So we can just have like a little chat, right? Just a little chat, to warm ourselves up for the bigger one. Yeah, so I believe that some of our bootcamp persons are here because we've been doing a whole lot lately. Yeah, I can see Johnny here. Yeah, I can see John. Okay, I can also see Choma here. So I know that there are a lot of new persons here with us, and you may be wondering, what is actually going on in the boot camp, right? So in the boot camp, like we are, developing, like a very functional system. When I say functional system, is something that you can like apply in real life, like something that you use, professionally at scale, right? So I know that we may have heard of, SaaS products, you know, a product where you rent it out to others to use. And also, currently there are a lot of, SaaS products. And, you know, you may be asking, like, how does a SaaS product function? I know that SaaS product is more of a B to B to C, right? There are there are basically, two type of business models, right? If you've actually worked on the business side, see that there are like two types of, business models, like the B2C, whereby okay, you are handling customers directly, right? There's also another, business model, that is the B2B2C, right? Whereby you are not dealing with customers directly, or you are dealing with businesses that deal with customers, right? Good. So, and this B2B2C is quite complex, and that is actually the reason why we chose it for our bootcamp flow, right? Because in real life, guys, in real life situation, what do you actually build? Like, what do you actually build in companies? It's not every company that is building a B2C. Yeah, a lot of companies do like a B2C, right? But if you look at it, like in recent, like what are most companies doing? Most companies are doing B2B, right? Right. For example, the airtime providers. If you look at airtime providers, right now, I look at it like MTN. MTN, they run a B2B, and they also run a B2C, right? Because you can be an agent under MTN and then service customers, right? Where you sell your data, your airtime, and what have you. And also, you can also buy your data directly from MTN, right? So that is like the model that we are currently, developing, and we've gone far, right? We've gone far, and the students are also here, and they can also, speak speak to that, right? So yeah, I have some of my students here. So guys, this is just like a chat, right? While we wait for Mr. Dayo to join in, probably he's having like a network issue. These few days MTN has been very, very bad. Like yesterday I lost the connection totally, because you know, and that is just a small area here in Abuja. So he may be having like a network issue, right? So um, soon, we'll be having like the next boot camp, right? So if you are just starting out in tech, or if you've been developing for a while, or you want to learn Java, right? You can click on those links that the speaker earlier dropped. Join the groups, join the channels, right? Then you can be part of what is going on there. And very soon, very, very soon, right? The link for the next boot camp will be up, and you will greatly benefit. Yeah, yeah, you greatly benefit. And it's not just the boot camp, lightning sections like this, it's also like a model, through which we share knowledge, like the speaker, said, through lightning talks like this is how we share knowledge, right? So yeah, there are some edge cases like today whereby okay, speaker is having some technical issues, right? But that doesn't mean that okay, it happens every, or maybe you shouldn't attend the next one, or maybe you shouldn't stay put. Yeah, yeah. So that is it, right? So I don't know if anybody would maybe like to like maybe ask a question, so that I don't keep on talking without giving you giving you like a chance to like ask a question. Maybe you want to know about the NAIJA-JUG team, or you would want to know about the boot camp, or maybe you would want to know about the architecture I just defined earlier on. Yeah, you can just ask, right? And we'll quickly talk about it while waiting for the speaker to join in. So Balogun, yeah, you raise your hand up. Thank you. Go ahead, Balogun.
Thank you, Mr. Bright. Really appreciate that. First of all, I want to talk about the boot camp because I'm a student of the boot camp currently. And sincerely speaking, the boot camp has been amazing, and definitely it has been tough. You know, definitely anything in programming is definitely tough. Programming is not a cakewalk, but it has been really amazing because um, for the first time in my little experience in programming, I am actually seeing like Java code being written for real world use cases. So I was really blown off. And for those of you that don't know, the person that just finished speaking, Mr. Bright, is actually the one taking us on the journey currently. And I must say, Mr. Bright, thank you so much, sir. You are really doing the God's work. Thank you very much, sir. So the boot camp has been nice. It has been awesome. Sincerely speaking, it's been tough, definitely, but it's really worth it. Thank you so much, sir. And then thank you to NAIJA-JUG, to all the members for putting this up. Thank you so much. And then secondly, I can see Miss Uroko here. I don't know if I pronounced it well. Miss Uroko, please, I have a question for you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Hi, I can hear you. Good evening.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. So the last time you spoke to us, you talked about the fact that volunteering to tech organizations to gain experience. So it was after that that meeting that a question came to my mind, and the question that came to my mind was, please, because some of us don't know about these tech organizations. How can we know them? How can we get to meet them? So that we can actually volunteer. That's been the question I wanted to ask. And then thank God this meeting came up. So when I saw you on the group chat, I was just hoping and praying that there will be an opportunity for me to ask question. And then God spoke to Mr. Bright, and so please, I don't know if you can answer that question. Thank you.
Okay, Balogun, it's nice speaking to you again. Good evening, everyone. This is an ambush, Balogun, but it's okay. I accept it in good faith.
I'm sorry. It's just an opportunity I've been looking for, really.
No, it's okay. So, the question is not open to me alone because my experience is different, and I'm certain that some of us here have a different experience. So, for my own first organization that I volunteered for, where I started trying out my hands on Java, it was actually recommended to me by a friend, a colleague of mine that we we attended the same boot camp basically. So he said, "Oh, there's this company. They accept volunteers. They don't pay, but they just give you money for data." I was so excited to jump at the opportunity. I interviewed with them, just small interview here and there, and then you sign like just a form to say that okay, yes, you are volunteering, so that you don't sue them for not paying you. a lot of things might actually come up later. And also, the second one I did was on LinkedIn. I saw the offer on LinkedIn. They just advertised it. I think someone within my connection reposted, and I applied. I think I interned with them for 5 months. It was supposed to be 3 months, but you know, I think I just got carried away, coupled with the fact that I didn't have anything doing as at then. So I just interned with them for 5 months, and on the fifth month, I got my first real job. So you can get these opportunities from, maybe your friends can recommend, you can check LinkedIn, and there is also some platforms that post internship opportunity on LinkedIn. I was on one of those groups. I will get them and I will send it to Gloria to share with you guys. Thank you very much, everyone. Gloria, you can go ahead.
All right. Apologies for taking much of your time, but I think you guys gained some things from the question and answering section, especially about the bootcamp product that is ongoing. So without wasting much of our time, I think Dayo is here now. Dayo, please, can you raise up your virtual hand? All right, so can we react with our favorite emoji as we welcome Dayo to take the floor? Thank you for your patience, everyone.
Okay, thank you. Glad to be here. Good evening, everyone. So, my name is Dayo. I'm a software developer at Alignerr, and I'll be doing a short presentation about some of the benefits. But before I continue, I'd just like to confirm. Can everyone hear me? Is the sound good? Awesome. Okay, good. So I'll be showing my screen shortly. So okay, everyone can see my screen. Awesome. So how many of us have used Gemini CLI before? If you have, you can just put your hands up. Please, I'd like to get a feedback. Can everyone hear me? You can. Okay, awesome. So
I can hear you.
Oh, beautiful, great. So I'll be showing us a small demo of what it can do. So and one of the beautiful thing about it is this, that we can get so much benefit by connecting these AI tools together. One of the senior developer relation at Google called it tool chaining, and they provide so much value. So I'll just walk us through what it does. Now, Gemini CLI and Notebook LM, they provide some of the best combination. Currently, I don't know if every one of us have seen the news about Microsoft telling its engineers that it's cutting off cloud code subscription. Also, Uber also is doing the same thing. Why? Because those models, as good as those models are, they are not able to compete with the real value. When an engineer spends like $2,000 for a token per month, and this is where this thing becomes useful. So 2 million daily input tokens, that's what it gives. And okay, this is some of the costs that it has. 1 million token every day. So let's move to this other one. Okay, this is the picture that describes the tool chaining, the orchestrator. These are extensions in the Gemini CLI that makes your work very good. I'll just pause here when I talk about, I'm sure many of us have heard about cloud code being hacked, and how it's, how when it was x-rayed, most of the contents they found out was that 60% of what makes cloud code is actually prompts. So these are extensions that can supercharge your Gemini CLI to the point where it can produce at the same level as cloud code, or even much better. Then it has, then there's a connection with Gemini CLI. That's that will be done with the demo. So what happens is that all this you can get from raw inputs, URL, PDFs, YouTubes. You can generate slides, explainer videos, deep dive audios, mind maps, and Gemini CLI extensions matrix. For we developers, what value does it present to us? How many of us have used Context 7? You can just put the hands up with the hands up emoji. It makes our work very, 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 very easy, in such a way that if you are trying to use a particular library that you are not familiar with, instead of doing a deep dive rabbit hole into the documentation that can take you so much time and consumes the hours that you have for that particular task, Context 7 MCP does it reduces it to minutes. Same thing with last 30 days, Socratic codes and the rest. So the first step is markdown skills. And okay. Now, for some of the things that I'll be demoing, I'll just show us an example. This is my CLI. And with Cloud Code, I can do so much. Now, I'm sure everyone can see the screen. Please, if you can't see, you can. So currently, I was working on a Flutter app. And what I did for the terminal was to ensure it goes to some particular books, and it uploaded it to Gemini CLI. And from there, I created these skills that allows it to perform. So I'll just, okay, at the moment, what I was working on, I'll just cut this. Let me expand it so that everyone can see. Then try and increase the size. So this is what it was able to bring. So I'll just stop trying it at the moment, and then stop. So these are the extensions that I talked about in the slides. So Stitch is used for Gemini Stitch, and it's very useful. I'll show us a demo of what it did. Then there's Gemini CLI. Maestro is what is very needed. Then we have Nano Banana for pictures, and then skill porters. And I'm sure, how many of us have used Hermes before, or OpenClaw? You can just put your okay, good, awesome. So this is I have two demos. So this is the first one. So I got an invite from a recruiter on LinkedIn recently, and I wanted to check if he was real, or is one of those guys that they send you tax and then they use their crypto stuff to collect your steal your tokens, your BTS and the rest. So what I did was to link this Gemini CLI that you are looking at with Hermes to do a background check on it. So I will be sharing my screen. Sorry. So this is my LinkedIn. This is the fellow. And okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. No. Okay. So at the moment I can't see him, but I'll just go straight to how I used the bot to check whether he was real and he was fake. So I used this is Hermes. I connected it to the interviewer, pasted his message, pasted my LinkedIn data, and asked it to do like an analysis about the company, an analysis about the interviewer, and I'm not sure if I can increase the fonts here, but this is what it started generating. And let me just go straight to the product it was able to create. So I'll go to the Notebook LM. It's the same thing I used to generate the PDF that you saw. So I'll just quickly search for, and for example, you're looking at Spring Boot 3 Kotlin. I use it a lot for most of the books, most of the tutorials. It makes my work as an engineer very, very, very fast. And I know the kind of value it can offer to many of us. So, okay, so this is what it generated directly from the CLI connected to the Hermes agent. So this is what it created about the project of what the company was planning to do. 95% system that don't fail, things that I could easily bring out. Then he also talked about the company. So these are things that it can easily help you to generate on your own. Like I was doing other things and this bot was already working for me. He talked about what they do. He talked about their strategy. He talked about the financials and so much more. And what else again? There's the slide point it generated. So he talked about what the projects that they are currently working on, the global scale, so many things that I could bring up. And this is just the one part of it. The second one is, he talked about the interviewer itself. What I can talk about, who the guy is, some of the information he dug out from Reddit, as well as, so this is the guy's information, InterX Group, UK and everything. He dug out all this from the internet. And then the beautiful thing about this Notebook LM is that it can punch as many tokens as possible. So you have something that can save you a whole lot of tokens. And then combining it with Gemini that offers you 1 million tokens per day, it makes your work beautiful. Now I'll just show you some the places where you can easily download and install those things. So we have Gemini CLI extensions. This is where you can download those milestones I mentioned, the superconductor I mentioned, for example, and they make your work very easy. And it also helps you to achieve the level of competency that Cloud Code offers. And the beautiful thing about this is that it is free. And then the result it could generate, it's amazing. I did something on LinkedIn. So one of the posts I sent recently was was about a particular challenge that what's his name again? I'm trying to remember his name. He's very popular in the Django community. Yes, Nelson, 69 tax project. And because I have 1 million tokens on Gemini, I was able to work on each one of those projects as practice, just to prove that, just to prove the competency of the AI, and the results it generated was beautiful. So this is where you can download the extension. Then, as for the Hermes agents that generated all those beautiful things that we saw, this is where you can download it. Very easy to install. Okay, this is the Hermes workspace, Hermes agents installation. It's very easy. As far as you have npm on your system, you can easily install it. So yeah, this is the installation. Yeah, so once you copy this, it can walk you through the process. I can just quickly, let me just paste it here, and then you see how it looks like. So it goes in, generates all these things that you're seeing on the screen. Then I'll just like to show the last demo. So I asked it directly from here to build me an app for Korea. So I'll just type Korea. Yeah, so this is what it did. It went to Behance, check for beautiful projects. As you can see, this is where the design comes in. Now, remember, when I started with the presentation, I talked about conductors and the likes, and then specialize. It can also do this. Most of those plugins I just showed us, they have all these specialized themes inside it. Multi-agent assemblies, analyzing, tax breakdown, they do many of these things. For example, the maestro I just showed us, it does that. Then these are some of those things that the those extensions give you directly on that Gemini CLI. For example, the conductors extension, it gives you spec-driven development. It maintains strict repo context. It's sequential. It helps you to generate spec MDs as well as plan MDs. So you are using it as a developer, not as a vibe coder. There's the super engineer as well as the maestro. And then these are some of those things that they also give you, some of the CLIs that they give you. Let me go back to the presentation I talked about. So what it did for me, it's a simple demo. So it went to Behance that I just showed us, and it picked a Korea delivery. So this is what somebody did. This is what the bot went to do. I said I wanted to create something like that, and this is, so it went to this place. It picked this one and selected it as what Stitch was going to use. Then let me go back. And then when it was done, it used the Stitch CLI to create all this. It generated it, and then it created something like this. And after that, it started working on the app, and it was able to build something that was very nice. I mean, I was chatting with a Telegram bot, and it created a Flutter app. So these are some of the instructions it did. But what made it so powerful is that the skill plus the CLI that was installed plus the notebook LM made it a powerhouse. Now, this helps us to do a lot of automations and the rest. So I'll just round up the presentation here. I'll have loved to show us what it generated. The Flutter app it's generated. Excuse me. So this is the last part. Token optimization playbook. Bash automation saves us a whole lot. Caveman compression is an extension. Conductor, it's also an extension special that contains a lot of specialized sub-agents. Then the bottom line return of investment of this AI orchestration is that they reduce tokens, the amount of tokens you consume. They reduce hours of manual labor, and they also reduce a lot of cost. In fact, the particular platform I'm using, Gemini CLI, is absolutely free, and it helps you to maximize your subscription in such a way that it becomes easy for you to do a lot of work. And okay, just the other part that I wanted to also add is that you can use if you have like 2 or 3 Gmail accounts, you can also maximize it. So yeah, so this is where I'll stop. I hope you learned. I hope you loved the demonstration, and I also hope you are going to use it in your own daily work, because it's going to make you a better developer. So I'll just open the floor for a few questions. If you have questions, if you have yeah, this is what it was able to extract and then start creating it. So yeah, we can ask questions. I'm open to ask to questions. Do you have questions, please?
All right. Dayo, can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So Oscar, please, before you ask your question, do we have anyone here that is not on any of our platform? I know Oscar is raising his hand for question, but if you're here and then you're not on any of our platform, can you just signify by raising up your hand? So we are all on NAIJA-JUG's WhatsApp group, yeah? Can you react with emoji, please? Let me know you can hear me, because this network is something else. Okay, thank you, Shinaza. All right. I was seeing some strange names. That's why I have to ask about that. So thank you very much. So Oscar can go ahead.
All right. Hi, good evening. Can you hear me, please?
Sure, can hear you.
All right. Hi, Oludayo. Thank you for that presentation. Looking forward to watch this again so I can get more details on what you said. Okay, so I have a question. So you showed quite a bit using the Gemini CLI and then chaining it with the bots that you showed us, that Hermes, or I believe it was Hermes, yeah, the Hermes bot agent that you used. So all of that, like, we are working with a lot of different AI services on the system. I'm also a traditional software engineer, so I'm pretty much new into the use of AI engineering space. I've been studying it on my end as well. But what I want to ask now is, with all of these things we're implementing, can you mention or gloss through certain guardrails or security implementations you put down whenever you work on these? Because if anyone just takes this is an issue that I've been seeing a lot. If anyone just takes this and uses them without applying proper security implementations, they could just expose their stuff to AI, and AI could just, wreak havoc if it's not controlled. So I'm just asking, any sort of security measures that you could mention, like a list or something. So yeah.
Well, thank you for the question. The security measures that one can implement to avoid exposing himself. For example, for the bots, there are security protocols that are implemented to avoid prompt injections, especially when it's doing research for you as a developer. You know, most people work as, I'm also a traditional developer and leveraging the beauty that AI offers. Okay, while I answer your question, this is the filter app it was able to generate for me. So it's currently loading. So we know most developers are aware of the top 10 OWASP, but now with the agentic evolution that we have in AI, instead of humans doing, this is completely generated from the Telegram app. Very nice. You can so it basically sets like a particular, maybe Korea wants to work a particular amount per day, so it determines the hours and the rest, and then it saves it and the rest. So this is what it was able to generate for me. This is a floater app that can work for iOS, Android, and the rest. So to your question, there is I mentioned the top 10 OWASP this thing, what do you call it? Guardrails to avoid prompt injections, and also for the app that is building to avoid exposing tokens. A lady recently on Twitter as well as Thread talked about that if you search OpenAI and type SK, that you see the amount of free tokens on GitHub that is exposed as a result of using AI. So one of the guardrails is that, excuse me, number one, to avoid for, okay, I'm talking about real life scenarios. Data, is it Data Dev recently? They announced that they lost their database as a result of AI claiming it. That was a mistake that also happened to me when I started testing these tools. And I found, and okay, because I learned it the hard way, what I did is, if I'm working with any AI or any project, what I do is ensure that I run a Git initiation so that every branch is saved. So in case the AI misbehave, I always have a particular branch that I can always go to. And also, you can implement such security measures by using hooks as well as skills. They can explicitly tell the AI bots, this is what I don't want you to do. This is the files I don't want you to expose. These are keys that should not be exposed. And even the environment file must not be committed to GitHub. These are basic things that we as engineers know how to use. And also to answer the other part that you also mentioned, anyone that is interested in building apps, no matter where they come from, whether they are starting from the Vibe Coder community, they will have to learn the engineering mindset. Else, they'll just be creating beautiful demos that can be hacked. And when a product is not secure, the usefulness to the user is ultimately removed. So I hope I have answered the question, as well as provide insights on how to go about it.
Yeah, you did. Very, very, very insightful. And also to note the examples that you mentioned, like the company that the AI wiped off their database. I had seen all of those. Those are actually part of why I had asked this. Like, that was literally one of the instances I was thinking of, which was why I asked. So yeah. Very nice one. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Do we have any other one? Let me hand over to our moderator.
All right, thank you very much, Dayo. Like we normally do, please can we appreciate Dayo with our favorite emojis, everyone? Yeah, I believe you've learned one or two. Yeah, it's just Toshiko and Precious I'm seeing. Those other persons are sleeping. Thank you so much, Dayo. Even with the fact that the time was short, you're able to do your demo, and we apologize everyone for the unforeseen emergency that we encountered earlier. So for the slide and every other resources you'll be needing, It will be posted on the community group. Yeah. So thank you everyone for your time, and thank you for joining. Thank you, Mr. Adeoye. We'll meet again on Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday. I don't know the speaker yet, but on Tuesday we'll be meeting. But I just want to announce to you all before we leave tonight. If you observe, for the past 2 months, we'll be dealing on spring boots, spring boots. So this coming month, June, we are hosting one of the spring advocates. Can someone guess the person for me? Except for the admin, yeah. Any member from the community, just guess. Can unmute and speak. No idea. I'm waiting now. You guys have been following this series now. No idea. Oh my God. Someone should just unmute and guess now. Okay, I'll do giveaway for the person. No idea. Oh my God.
That's Sean.
Sean. Okay. Who else? Someone
I
else
said
should
that's
try
Sean.
again. Yes, I heard you. Yeah, Joy, you can go ahead. You can try.
Yes,
Dan
because of the
Vega.
giveaway.
Dan Vega. Okay, that's still in the line, but no. Someone else should try again. Oh, we run out of options. All right. So we'll be hosting George Long in June on Spring Boot. Spring, yeah. And I believe you don't want to miss it. You wouldn't want to miss that. So I will on or before the week runs out, the flyer will be out for George Long's section for next month. And want to plead with everyone to share that, yeah, for other developers to come and learn as well. So thank you everyone for joining tonight's section, and you have a lovely night. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Dayo. I'll reach out to you.
Thank you. Thank you.